Your phone rings. It's your daughter. She's crying. She says she's been in a car accident. She's bleeding. The police are there. And she needs money right now, or she's going to jail. You can hear the panic in her voice. You can hear her sobbing. The way she says, "Mom," that's her. You're sure of it. So you do what any parent would do. You rush to help. But that wasn't your daughter on the phone. That wasn't even a human being. That was 3 seconds of stolen audio and a $5 AI tool. This is the AI voice clone scam, and right now, it's the fastest growing scam on the planet. Here's how it starts. Not with a hack, not with malware. It starts with something you already gave away. Your voice. That Instagram story you posted last week. That TikTok your kid uploaded where you're laughing in the background. Your voicemail greeting. A work presentation someone recorded. A birthday video on Facebook. Your voice is everywhere, and every second of it is raw material. A scammer doesn't need a long recording. They don't need a conversation. 3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds of clear audio. And an AI tool can map the exact texture of a human voice. The pitch, the rhythm, the way you pause between words, the accent, even the tiny imperfections. The way your voice cracks slightly when you're tired. The way you say certain vowels. All of it gets captured. All of it gets copied. Next, the scammer takes that clip and feeds it into a voice cloning tool. And here's what should scare you. These tools aren't hidden on the dark web. They're not illegal to own. They're on regular websites. Some are free. Some cost $5 a month. A CBS reporter tested one. She paid $5, uploaded a 30-second clip, and had a fully working voice clone in under 4 minutes. No coding, no technical skill. Just upload, click, and wait. The AI studies the voice sample, builds a mathematical model of how that person sounds, and once the model is ready, the scammer can type anything, any sentence, any words, and the AI will say them in that person's exact voice. "Mom, please help me, I'm so scared." Words she never said, in a voice that sounds exactly like her. And this isn't the robotic text-to-speech from 10 years ago. The clone can cry. It can scream. It can whisper. It can sound panicked, exhausted, or terrified. Modern AI doesn't just copy what your voice sounds like. It copies how your voice feels. The emotional weight, the trembling, the breathing between words. When a cloned voice says, "Mom, please help me," it doesn't sound like a computer. It sounds like your child on the worst day of their life. Now comes the call. The scammer has done their homework. They've been on social media. They know the target's daughter is named Sarah. They know Sarah went to Miami last weekend. She posted about it. They know the target is Sarah's mother, and they know her phone number. So the phone rings. The caller ID shows Sarah's real number. That's called spoofing, and it takes 30 seconds to set up. When the mother picks up, she hears a voice she's known for 25 years. Her daughter's voice, sobbing. Mom, please listen to me. I was in an accident. I hit someone. There's blood everywhere. The police are here and they're saying I might go to jail. Mom, I need you to send money for a lawyer right now, please. Don't tell Dad yet, just help me, please. And then a second voice comes on the line. Calmer, professional. Mom, I'm the attorney assigned to your daughter's case. She's facing serious charges, but we can resolve this quickly if we act now. I need you to withdraw $9,000 in cash and have it ready for a courier within the hour. 2 voices, 2 layers of lies, and the mother is already reaching for her car keys. Here's why even smart people fall for this. When you hear someone you love in pain, Your brain doesn't analyze. It reacts. Psychologists call it the override effect. The sound of a familiar voice in distress bypasses every rational filter you have. Your frontal lobe, the part that thinks critically, that asks, "Wait, is this real?" It goes quiet. Your amygdala, the fear center, takes over. It floods your body with adrenaline. Your hands shake, your heart races, and you don't think, "Could this be AI?" You think, "My child needs me right now." The scammer isn't hacking your phone, they're hacking your brain. Then comes the extraction. Wire transfer, gift cards, cryptocurrency, cash in an envelope, always untraceable, always urgent. You have to send it now. The hearing is in 2 hours. They know that the longer you sit with the decision, the more likely you are to call someone else and discover the truth. So they keep you on the phone. They keep the pressure on. They don't let you breathe. One woman in Florida handed $15,000 in cash to a courier at her front door. An elderly couple in Alabama nearly emptied their savings, over $11,000, after hearing their great-grandson begging for bail money. He was fine. He was at home. He never called them. And then it ends. Not with a dramatic takedown. It ends quietly. You hang up. You call your daughter back, on her real number this time. She picks up on the first ring. "Hey Mom, what's up?" She's fine. She's at home, watching TV. There was no accident, no arrest, no emergency. And in that moment, that single moment, the relief and the horror hit at the same time. She's safe, but the money is gone. Every dollar. Sent to someone you will never find. And it's not coming back. These aren't hypotheticals. In Arizona, a mother named Jennifer DeStefano heard her daughter's voice on the phone, sobbing, screaming, while a man in the background demanded $1 million ransom. She was seconds away from paying before she confirmed her daughter was safe. In Florida, a woman named Sharon lost $15,000 after scammers cloned her daughter's voice and told her she'd lost her unborn baby in a car accident. She handed cash to a courier at her door. And it's not just families. At a multinational engineering firm called Arup, a finance worker joined a Zoom call with his CFO and several other executives. He authorized $25 million. Every single person on that call was a deepfake. Every face, every voice, none of them were real. This is not a handful of unlucky people. 1 in 4 Americans received a deepfake voice call in the past 12 months. That's over 80 million people. Nearly half of all Americans say they're not confident they could tell the difference between a cloned voice and a real one. AI scam incidents increased over 1,200% in a single year. The average senior victim loses over $1,300. And across the globe, losses from AI-enabled fraud are on track to reach $40 billion by 2027. This isn't a trend. This is an epidemic. And don't think this only happens to elderly people who don't understand technology. Doctors get scammed. Engineers get scammed. Cybersecurity professionals get scammed. A retired university professor in Australia lost $2.5 million to a scam that used deepfake voices over the phone. The scammer sounded like a legitimate British financial advisor. The professor described the voice as extraordinarily believable. This scam doesn't exploit ignorance, it exploits trust. And everyone trusts the sound of a familiar voice. The corporate version is even more sophisticated. They call it CEO fraud. A scammer finds audio of a company executive, earnings calls, conference speeches, media interviews, all publicly available. They clone the voice. Then they call an employee in the finance department. "Hi, it's David. I need you to process an urgent wire transfer for the Singapore deal. Keep this between us for now. It's not public yet. The voice is perfect. The request sounds plausible. And the employee doesn't hesitate because they think they're talking to their boss. One company lost $25 million on a single call. Another lost 220,000 euros in 30 minutes. It gets worse. In 2025, someone cloned the voice of the United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, and used it to contact government officials, not random people, foreign ministers, a US governor, a member of Congress. They created a fake Signal account and sent AI-generated voice messages that perfectly mimicked Rubio's voice and speaking style. The goal wasn't money, it was access. Access to information, access to accounts, access to power. When a voice clone can fool a sitting member of Congress, no one is safe. Then there's bank fraud. Some banks still use voice verification. You call in, speak a passphrase, and the system matches your voice. That used to be secure. It's not anymore. A cloned voice can pass voice biometric checks. A scammer calls your bank, sounds exactly like you, and starts moving money. They reset passwords. They authorize transfers. They drain accounts. And by the time you notice, the money has bounced through 3 countries and disappeared. The bank trusted the voice. Why wouldn't they? It was yours. So why can't we just listen harder? Because the technology has passed the point where human ears can reliably tell the difference. In controlled studies, most participants who claimed they could spot a cloned voice were wrong. One study found that only a fraction of 1% of people could correctly identify all the fakes. The old tells are gone. AI voices used to sound flat, mechanical, robotic. The new ones have natural pauses. They breathe between sentences. They stumble over a word and correct themselves, just like a real person would. The AI has learned that imperfection is what makes a voice sound human, so it fakes the imperfections too. And even after the scam is discovered, the damage doesn't stop with the money. Victims report something psychologists are calling doppelganger phobia, a lasting, persistent fear that any phone call, even from real family members, might be another fake. Some victims stop answering the phone entirely. One 90-year-old woman refused to pick up any call for months after hearing her grandson's cloned voice. Some people can't hear their own child's voice without a flash of panic. The scam doesn't just steal your money. It poisons the one thing you thought you could always rely on, the sound of someone you love. Law enforcement calls it an arms race. And right now, the criminals are winning. The director of the Alabama Securities Commission said it publicly. The criminals are outpacing legitimate defenses at a rate higher than anyone anticipated. Every time detection software improves, cloning tools get better. Technology is evolving faster than the laws designed to stop it. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't even have to be famous or active on social media to be at risk. Scammers pull voice data from places you'd never think of. Customer service calls that get recorded, conference calls, webinars, Zoom meetings. Even those say your name after the beep voicemail systems. Every time your voice is captured digitally, anywhere, it becomes a potential source for cloning. So how do you protect yourself? Rule 1. Create a family safe word. Sit down with your parents, your children, your spouse, and pick a phrase that means nothing to anyone else. Purple cactus, midnight piano, frozen giraffe. Agree on it now while everyone is calm. If anyone calls claiming to be family in an emergency, the first question is always, what's the safe word? A real family member knows it instantly. An AI clone will never know it, ever. Rule 2, hang up and call back. I know that in the moment when you hear your child crying, the last thing you want to do is hang up the phone. But that's exactly what you have to do. Hang up, take one breath, then call the person yourself on the number you already have saved, not the number that called you, your number. If they pick up and they're fine, you just stopped a scam. Rule 3, never send money based on a phone call. Not a wire transfer, not gift cards, not crypto, not cash in an envelope to a courier. No legitimate emergency requires untraceable payment within 60 minutes. Real lawyers don't ask grandmothers to stuff cash in a bag. Real police don't demand bail money over the phone. If anyone asks you to send money in a way that can't be reversed, that is the scam. The urgency is the weapon. The payment method is the proof. Rule 4, protect your voice online. Every video where you're talking, every voice note, every Instagram story, that's training data for a clone. Set your social media profiles to private. Ask your family to do the same. And if your voicemail greeting is your real voice saying your full name, change it to a generic one. That 30-second greeting is more valuable to a scammer than you think. If it happens to you, if you get a call and you're not sure, here's what to do. First, don't panic. That's what they want. Second, ask a question only the real person would know. Not their birthday. That's online. Something personal. What did we argue about last Thanksgiving? If the voice hesitates, hang up. Third, report it. File a report with the FTC. Call your local police. You might not get your money back, but you might help stop the next victim. This isn't just about phone scams. What you're watching is the beginning of a world where hearing is no longer believing. Where the most trusted sound in your life, a parent's voice, a child's voice, a partner's voice, can be manufactured by anyone with a laptop and $5. We built our entire sense of trust around the human voice. And now that foundation is cracking. Not because the technology is evil, but because the people using it don't care who they destroy. The voice you use to sing happy birthday to your kid could be the same voice a scammer uses to call your mother and ask for $10,000. Next time your phone rings, how sure are you that it's really them?